Welcome to AAA 109. I'm your instructor, Alberto Texera. I created this short introductory video to allow you a general overview of Desire to Learn, or D2L, our PPCC online platform, and to give you a sense of where to look for course assignments and course content. Now you've clicked the Watch This Week 1 introductory video link to see the video that you're watching now, but I wanted to call your attention to the announcements section of the home page. If you scroll through the announcements, you'll be able to see important notices that I've put up for you all. Throughout the semester, I'll post announcements at least weekly to give you an overview of what to expect for the following week and to announce important items that come up throughout the year. The next thing I want to call your attention to is the content browser on the right-hand side of the home screen. Now here you'll be able to access all of the materials that you're going to need to interact with as you're completing your assignments and completing course materials. I also want to show you how to find more in-depth information in terms of what I'm expecting you to engage in while you're a student in AAA 109. And so remember, the course content browser is very good, has everything that you're going to need in there. However, you're also going to want to go ahead into the Content tab so that you can get more detailed information regarding what's expected of you week to week. You're going to learn that this class runs weekly, typically midnight Saturday or 12:01 Saturday until 11:59 p.m. on Friday. So you generally have a week to complete all of your assignments. Now, when you go to the Content tab, you're going to see a table of contents, and as the semester goes, each week you're going to see a new module. Now for week 1, module 1 says start here, and it gives you a brief overview of the class, but then it goes into detail on what you're expected to do. And one of the things I also like to do for my students is to give them kind of a simplified list of the order in which I think it's most appropriate for you to complete your assignments for the week. And so for week 1, you'll be looking at your syllabus and your schedule and taking a couple quizzes. You're also going to be engaging with the textbook and taking some assessments. And finally, you're also going to complete an introductory discussion. I will say that discussions are incredibly important for this class. They're one of the biggest things that I have you do, and they're worth a ton of points. The one thing I'll recommend that you do in terms of discussions is to post early in the week, because for every discussion that you do, you'll have to create an initial post and then reply to at least 2 of your classmates throughout the week. And so it's best to try to post early, because you can't respond to your classmates until you at least post 1 time. And so don't set yourself up for failure by working late in the week and trying to get it in at the last minute. This class, I believe, is well paced so that you can complete some assignments early in the week and kind of get started. And then as you go, you can also complete other assignments at a steady pace throughout the rest of the week. You'll also notice that all of the materials that I link to in the description are here in the content, or at the bottom of the module that you're in for each given week. I want to also call your attention to a few other items. The Assignments tab is where you're going to find journal submission folders. You're going to find submission folders for the Student Success Seminar and Academic Plan. And as you go through, you'll notice that some assignment folders only open when you get closer to the due date of the assignment. All the due dates are in your schedule, and they're listed here on the Assignments folder as well. Discussions. Now, remember, in the content, I have links to the discussions, but if you want to go straight to discussions, you can click Discussions tab, and you can see all of the discussions that we have throughout the semester. The first forum and topic that you'll see is the Got Questions topic. This is an open questions forum that allows you to ask any questions that you may have throughout the semester. It's not for assignments, it's for general questions related to the course that you want me to answer, and I do look at that pretty consistently. And so when you get a question, you ask it there, and I will get back to you. And it's a great resource too, especially if you start seeing other students posting in the Got Questions folder, because then you might be able to have questions that you have answered by what your peers have already asked me about. As you scroll down, you'll also notice every discussion is listed, but you're not necessarily going to be able to post until we get closer to the week that we are covering that particular discussion. And discussions are important because you really have to do them in the moment. You have to do them during the week that the entire class is engaging with them, so that you can interact with your peers and share your own knowledge with them. I'll also call your attention to quizzes. Quizzes will become apparent or will show up as you get closer to the due date that they're on. You'll notice that right now there are current quizzes and future quizzes. Current quizzes are open quizzes, and as you complete week 1 content, you'll be finishing the syllabus and the schedule quiz. And then the last thing I'll call your attention to is grades. I am a believer in making sure that you're graded quickly and you are graded fairly, and I always try to do that. You can always ask questions about your grades. You'll want to do that directly to me. You won't want to post that in a question form. You want to email me, which you can do by selecting the email icon up at the top right of your screen. And so I will leave you with this message. AAA 109 is a course that is really easy to get an A in, and it's a class that's really easy to fail. And the big difference between failing and succeeding in this course is giving effort. And I truly believe that if you give enough effort in this course, which frankly is not going to be super taxing on you, that you will do well, and more importantly, you're going to gain the skills that you can use to be successful in college and life. And so thank you. Always feel free to email me if you have any questions, and have a great semester.